Hey guys, I'm back. I just wanted to take some time to talk to you about revisions regarding the different MKs throughout the history. There's several revisions for each game. I'm not going to get into exactly what the differences are between all of them. Um, just give you an idea of how many. I'm on HobosArcade.com, which they have an awesome website. He has his own 6-in-1 switcher build process pretty much, and his layout and everything on here. And then he has this revision page which tells you the difference between all the revisions. A revision is basically when Midway came out with the game. They had some glitches in the first production game that was made, so they made a revision to correct those bugs and to change some things that they didn't like. So they were basically just updates that happened throughout the game's history. So, Mortal Kombat 1 has version 1, version 2, version 3, version 3.1 Turbo, version 4, a prototype 9, nifty combo, and a version 5.0. Now some of these are, I believe, hacked versions. They're not actual releases by Midway. Once again, I may be wrong on that, but I don't believe they released all of these versions. But just pick one out. Version 2 had more blood added. Both players could choose the same player at the same time. New Shang Tsung death animation added. Merchandise promo added. So it was just somewhat subtle and larger changes made as well to the revisions. The T-Unit board was only version 5.0 from what I understand, and this website verifies it. The difference between the T-Unit and the Y-Unit. The T-Unit, I believe, has 15 pins. If you have an MK2 cabinet like this, or an MK3 or MK4, it will come with a Player 3 harness installed, a 15 pin Player 3 harness installed, which is the same as that MK2 to MK4 harnesses that I showed you on JamAboards.com. The exact same connection there. So if you have a T-Unit and you have a Mortal Kombat 2 to Mortal Kombat 4, all you got to do to put an MK1 PCB in is swap it out, pretty much. It does have a separate soundboard, so you will need the interconnect cables, which power the soundboard, and there's a 20-pin ribbon cable, which allows the sound transfer to happen. But if you have a T-Unit MK1, it's just as simple as unplugging the Player 3 harness from the MK2 PCB and plugging in the Mortal Kombat 1 PCB, and everything should work. Something that you want to take note of is the T-Unit is supposed to be the better hardware board. It's the better board. Most people want the T-Unit. They used better hardware when they made it. It's more reliable, I guess. There was official bugs that were fixed and things like that with it. And then again, that it shares the same harness as MK2 through MK4. It's a good board to have because you won't need to get that separate MK1 cable that I showed you on JamAboards.com. Now, if you have the Y unit, that's what I have. I believe it's 12-pin connector that hooks up to that. So your MK2 through MK4 Player 3 harness will not work with that. You're going to have to get that harness that I showed you. Oh, excuse me. But, I mean, either way, the soundboards are the same between the T-Unit and the Y-Unit. They have the same interconnect cables, I believe, the same ribbon cable. You could use, a soundboard from a T-Unit that came with a T-Unit on a Y-Unit board, and vice versa. It doesn't matter. Soundboards are always the same for the MK1. So they're interchangeable, but the only difference is